Chapter 2. In Search of Wisdom. Finally, a friend of Augustine's father helped the young teenager move to Carthage to continue his studies. Carthage was busy, full of life, and very different from the small town of Thagist. Many students, caught in the excitement of the big city, were rowdy and unruly. Augustine had many friends, even if he did not like everything they did. He was a very good student and an excellent speaker. As a student, he read many books written by a famous Roman speaker named Cicero. One of Cicero's books in particular gave him a great desire to know the true meaning of wisdom. Augustine had been raised as a Christian, but did not know the Bible well. The Latin translation of the Bible at that time was not very good, and Augustine found it different from the fancy, well-written textbooks he used to study. He also did not understand many of the Old Testament stories, which he found hard to believe. Disappointed, he put the Bible aside. At that same time, he found a group of people who called themselves Manichees. They claimed to be Christians, but taught many things which are not in the Bible. Augustine liked them because they spoke very well. Monica, Augustine's mother, was very sad about her son's choice and prayed every day that he would have faith in the true God. Once she had a dream where she was standing on a big wooden ruler, crying, and a young man told her not to worry, because Augustine was standing on the same ruler too. "He will be where you are," the young man said. Encouraged, Monica told her son that the dream meant that he would become a Christian like her. Augustine was not sure. "Maybe you will become a Manichee like me." Monica stood her ground. "The man in my dream said that you will be where I am, not that I will be where you are," she explained. Augustine was impressed by those words more than by the dream itself. This great speaker, able to win the toughest debates, was now silenced by his mother's wisdom and conviction. For many years he thought carefully about Monica's reply. Without losing hope, Monica kept praying and crying to God for her son. Once she talked to a priest who had also been a Manichee. "Augustine will eventually find out how wrong they are," he told her. Because Monica kept crying and asking him to talk to her son, he added, "The son of a mother who sheds so many tears for him cannot perish." As soon as Augustine finished his studies, he went back to Thagast to teach others how to give good speeches. He had many friends who shared his beliefs and liked to do the same things. One day, his very best friend got very sick with a high fever and became unconscious. It seemed that he was going to die, so his family baptized him, hoping that it could make some difference. Surprisingly, his friend got better. When he opened his eyes, Augustine told him what happened. "When you were unconscious, they baptized you." He thought it was very funny because his friend was a Manichee, and Manichees made fun of the church and the sacraments. He expected his friend to laugh or to get angry with those who had baptized him. Instead, his friend got angry with Augustine and told him that if he wanted to stay his friend, he would have to stop teaching him all that Manichean nonsense. Augustine was shocked. He had always thought that baptism was just an empty ceremony. Looking back at this experience many years later, he realized that baptism is instead God's mark of His work in our souls. Augustine waited a while. He thought that his friend would start following the Manichees again, but his friend got sick again and died. This plunged Augustine into deep sorrow. Losing such a close friend meant losing an important part of his life. He could not find any joy because everything reminded him of his friend. "I hated all places because he was not in them, because they could not say to me, 'Look, he is coming,'" Augustine wrote.